Okay, call this meeting order. Please rise for flag salute. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's right. Wait, yes. Okay, roll call, please.
Mayor Kapowski.
Here.
Mr. Runnemede.
Here.
Mrs. Pascal.
Here.
Mr. Robinstein.
Here.
Mr. Ruiz is absent.
Yes, he's excused. He did call. He was, couldn't make it.
Mrs. Shelley.
Well, I really didn't excuse him. He just called me and let me know.
Yes, I'm here, I'm here. Mr. Farrell.
Here.
Mr., is it Moustakis?
Yes.
Oh.
Very good, very good.
Good.
You can say that.
I can see. I'm better with the Mediterranean ones, yes.
One big part here.
And it's Mr. Rock
Yes.
and Mr. Rice.
Here.
Very good, thank you. Statement, public notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act has been given by the clerk in the following manner. One, posted on the bulletin board in the Borough Clerk's office on March 11, 2016, and two, emailed to the retrospective Courier Post on March 11, 2016. Reports.
Okay, we have the report of the municipal court for the month of June, a total of $11,713.40 was collected in fines. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. We have the report of the police chief for the month of July, a total of $105.10 was collected for accident discovery, solicitor reports, and firearm permits. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. We have the report of the borough clerk for the month of July, a total of $932.20 was collected in licenses, permits, including pet licenses. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. We have the report of the treasurer for the month of July, total taxes $1,548,336.22. Total current fund revenue $1,591,942.29. Total current fund disbursements, $398,371.06. Total sewer fund revenue, $20,435.69. And total sewer fund disbursements, $27,696.72. I have the report of the registrar for the month of July, a total of $2,720 was collected for death copies, a marriage copy, and 3 marriage licenses. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. I have the report of the fire marshal for the month of July. Fire fees collected $3,250. 70 inspections completed. There were 126 EMS incidents, 54 fire incidents, 3 type 1 permit issued, and EMS fees for the month, $26,533.35. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. We have the report of the tax collector for the month of July, total of $484,809.71 was collected for taxes, and $20,435.69 was collected. That's all.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the reports as read?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second that.
Motion by Ms. Pasio, second by Mr. Lobenstein. All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of minutes. Motion is in order for the approval of minutes of the June 28, 2016, July 5, 2016, and July 19, 2016 meetings as submitted by the clerk, as each member has received copies of the same. Is there a motion?
I so move.
I'll second.
Motion by Ms. Kelly, second by Mr. Ranieri. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Communications. Still a spelling mistake on this.
Yeah, but it really does look like it.
It does, there are 2
Yeah.
O's. That's
Yeah,
why
I mean, that's,
what I have.
I was looking at it, it's 2 O's. If you see how he makes the A, it's totally different.
You run again. You want to read it?
I wish to thank you for the Bill McGrath Award for Athletic Scholastic Achievement and gift card. The
Award.
award was totally unexpected and very much appreciated. Thank you, James.
Harwood.
Thank you. Okay.
It's correct. I know, the fact.
It's correct.
And just to clarify, that award comes from Pat McGrath, not from council.
No, it does come, council provides it,
She,
but this was named after her late husband. She, either her or her son presents it.
is there a motion to accept the thank you note?
I'll make it. I'll second.
Motion by Ms. Bessie, second by Mr. Ranieri. All in favor?
Aye.
Public hearing, ordinance 16-06. It's the flood damage preventive ordinance that was handed down to us by the federal government. Is there can someone please, this portion of, this portion of the meeting is open to the public. Anyone wishing to speak on this ordinance, please come to the microphone, state your name and address. Seeing no one, is there a motion to close the public portion?
I'll make a motion to close the public portion.
Motion made by Ms. Passio, second by Mr. Lowenstein. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the public portion is closed. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt on second and final reading and advertise according to law.
Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Ms. Kelly, second by Ms. Passio. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Farrell.
Yes.
Mr. Lowenstein.
Yes.
Mrs. Pasio.
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri.
Yes.
Okay, the ordinance is adopted. Ordinance 16-07 is an ordinance incorporating the Attorney General's Law Enforcement Directive number 2016-1, automatic deconfliction of planned law enforcement operations and investigations into the Runnemede Police Department and policies and procedures. This portion of the meeting is open to the public. Anyone wishing to speak on this ordinance, please come to the microphone, state your name and address. Seeing no one, is there a motion to close the public portion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Mr. Lowenstein, second by Mr. Farrell. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Public portion is closed. Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt on the second and final reading and advertise according to law.
Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Mr. Ranieri, second by Mrs. Passio. Roll call, please.
Mr. Farrell.
Yes.
Mrs. Kelly.
Yes.
Mrs. Pasio.
Yes.
Mr. Lowenstein.
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri.
Yes.
Five ayes, one absent.
Okay, this ordinance is adopted. Committee reports, Finance and Administration. Mr. Ranieri.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, John.
Thank you. We are in our final stages of our 2015 audit. As it happens every year, we are audited by an outside agency. Bowman & Company is the agency. And we, the Borough, are evaluated for our overall performance, including management, meeting our deadlines on our budget, and many other time-sensitive requirements. Also, personnel and department performance is analyzed. I will keep you guys informed of all the results when we receive them. And we fared very well last year, and I'm pretty confident that we'll do just as well this year. The Finance Department is preparing to have a fixed asset evaluation. Our last evaluation was done about 10 years ago. Our assets include all the borough properties, vehicles, buildings, equipment, and the like. This will help us move forward and procure our operating loans and ultimately our municipal bonds at the lowest rates possible. Happy to announce, in addition to cutting and maintaining the lawns, the borough has started to implement additional curb appeal procedures to some of our vacant and abandoned homes. Keep your eyes open for before and after shots on our next newsletter. Also, Eleanor, Patty, and myself are working with Officer Chuck Burns on acquiring police trading/stat cards. Each officer will have their picture on the front of the card, and on the back will have various stats on the individual officer. This is a great way to keep our officers front and center, and our residents, especially our children, can collect these, trade them, and most importantly, interact with our officers in a fun way. And the rest is progress.
Very nice.
Have the anti-drug message on the back,
Yeah.
which is important.
Okay, very good. Is it through the municipal lines? Is that the idea?
Well, yeah, they might fund something.
Okay, great. Very nice.
Thank
Thank you. Public Safety. Ms. Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A raffle license was submitted, raffle license number 16-10, 50/50 cash raffle for Holy Child Parish, October 28, 2016. All paperwork is in order, and I would like to make a motion to approve this raffle license.
Okay, there's a motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Farrell. This is just an all in favor, right? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the motion is carried. Thank you.
I'll continue on with my report. Well, I have great news. The fire department received 2 phone calls this afternoon, one from Congressman Norcross and the other one from Senator Menendez. They have received the AFG grant for a turnout gear. It's worth about $30,000, and we should be receiving the award on this Friday. This is a wonderful accomplishment for our fire department and EMS department. The department was very busy during July. They had a lot of activity on the turnpike, and they responded to 180 calls for service during the month of July. The summer is a busy time. It's just a busy time for our men and the first responders. They not only covered our community, but they also responded to Cherry Hill, Deptford, and Blackwood on active fires. So the members continue to use the skills and apply them as needed to protect and serve our community. Narcan was used one time this month by the EMS department. Total revenue for fees and EMS, $220,426.25. That's what has been collected since January. And it's really an indication of how busy our department is. These are amazing figures. Then I'd like to go to our police department report. And the bicycle patrol has concluded for the summer. It will pick up again in the fall in September. The arrests that were made were 9. They were for quality of control, quality of life issues. The officers also issued 16 motor vehicle summonses while on the bike patrol. The positive feedback from the residents is wonderful, and I can't tell you how many times when I'm out and about the town and people come up to me and tell me, we love seeing your men on the bikes. They just love it. It's the community outreach that gives us is just tremendous, and I want to congratulate you and your men. I also want to shout out to the Women's Club. This past week at our Public Safety Committee meeting, the Women's Club presented our police department with candy survival kits. And each candy represented
All hid them under the desk.
It's already on something.
Each candy in the kit represented a virtue, like the mints to keep cool in times of crisis, and other candies. There was yeah.
There was all a meaning to everyone.
There was a meaning to each piece of candy, and it was given to all the staff and all the officers. And I just want to shout out to the Women's Club for doing that for our men. Okay, see if I have anything else. I do. Narcan was deployed one time by the police department. There were 4 drug arrests, and arrests to date are 1,289. In July, we had 29 motor vehicle crashes, and in the month of July, 168 arrests. So the summertime is a really busy time. So our men are out there 24/7 protecting and serving. And I want to thank you, Chief, for your men and the service that they give our town. That's my report.
Very nice, thank you. Okay, public events, Ms.
And it's a
Patterson.
busy time for me too, and for the police officers, with all the events going on, and you're always there to support us. I just want to thank everybody that came out for our concert.
I think it was enjoyed by a lot of people. I got a lot of compliments, and hopefully we'll be doing that again next year. National Night Out. What can I say? It was just phenomenal. The amount of people that came out, our residents. Paul, I know you were talking all night to everybody, so, and the police officers. Yeah, you didn't even hear my speech, so.
I didn't hear.
I did, and it just thank you. She thanked everybody, and I'm sorry you didn't hear it, Paul, because she really gave you a shout out.
Yeah, I did. I won because this is a police event, and it's a police department event, and you really do deserve all those kudos, you and your department, for making it so wonderful, and for the vendors and the businesses that come out and do all of this for free. I mean, free food, free refreshments, water ice, snow cones, gardeners,
And the pony rides, don't
the
forget the
pony rides, deluxe. Everyone that came out, and I did thank them, and they support us, and I hope that the Runnemede residents support them too. And it was a great turnout, so, I have to thank everyone, the police department, PFGs. And I'm just going to be moving forward, our newsletters again. Whoever didn't get a newsletter, please, I believe we still have some at the Borough. You can call me, and I can check for you. I even have them deliver you some, I don't care, it's fine with me. We do want to get them out, because there were some people that did not receive them. Also, John and I are working again on our next newsletter. So if anybody has any comments or want to, share anything with us, please do. I guess that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Betty.
Okay, thank you. Engineering, Mr. Burke.
Thank you. Some of the projects I was real excited about are sort of slowing down through reasons out of our controls. Second Central Avenue is on hold. Bid came in too high. We only had one bid, and we're going to put it out in the spring, so that's on hold. Parking lot, we're still waiting on that. The Borough Hall building, bid came in too high on that. Steve will talk a little more about that when he gets a chance. But besides that, I have one more thing. Clemsbridge Road has resumed, but if you've been on it, it's not really going too quick. Chief, I asked Steve, do you have any idea when
They already started curbs and sidewalks. They should be coming in our town by Monday.
Right.
So they move right along with the curbs and sidewalks.
But they have no estimate time when this is.
Unfortunately, no. As I said, it's completely out of our control. It's out of their control, and also it's in the State House getting kicked around.
School's time's coming up
You know,
quicker than you think.
Yeah.
Within 1 month.
All the rest is progress, but I just hoping this building, we can get the monies where they need to be and start. So Steve will mention that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
Public Work, Mr. Root's not here. There's a few things on the agenda. The members of the committee will discuss those. Parks and Recreation, Mr. Lawrence.
Well, going along with Mr. Root, and Parks and Rec and Public Works are pretty tied together. I do know that Public Works has been very busy with all the rain we've had, just going around town, mowing, doing things like that more often than you need to. I know as a homeowner, we're doing it often, so it must be the same way out there. The soccer field down at Green Acres is moving along, a little bit slower than I'd like, but the weather hasn't helped. Took a walk around Green Acres the other day. It's looking very nice down there. Everything's fairly well trimmed along the cart paths. The grounds at Harry Williams last night looked tremendous. The sidewalks could edge a little bit, but other than that, the fields look great. When I used to be on the board of the RYAA, we did all the work ourselves, and I want to thank Public Works for the work that they're doing for the fields. I hear some complaints sometimes from a couple of people at the RY, but they just don't realize how good the fields are compared to how they used to be. The fencing, the quality of the grass, the quality of the infield dirt, everything. So things are moving right along. Summer is pretty slow for Parks and Rec. There's not much going on right now. And As Clements Bridge Road, we do hope it gets done soon. I do live right off it on Mitchell Avenue, and I travel every single day, and I will not go through Barrington. I will go down Davis Road, go to Shreve, and go out to the White Horse Pike and go out that way. But other than that, that's progress.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Administrator's report. And thank the administrator for coming back on his vacation to be here. Keep an eye on us.
Technically, it started. But yes, I did bring it up. Actually, I'll rely mainly on my report from caucus. There is one item that has come up since the caucus, and that is that the Green Acres scheme came sooner than expected. I guess they were in the area and they did.
About the DEP?
Green Acres. Well, DEP was a different one, but this one was the Green Acres scheme.
Oh,
And they, I guess, did a triannual inspection, which was different than the one that was done at the beginning of summer or late spring. And they had one deficiency, and I'll work with the mayor and recreation on addressing this. They felt that the tennis courts were not in
Good enough shape.
accordance with the intent of the grant, which we've already discussed that issue, so they want to plan for corrective action. So other than that, everything else was okay. I was a little concerned with them coming in when we were adjusting the soccer field, but we did okay with that part. So I think that.
so that was the only concern with the tennis courts, the cracks and.
So,
But that was your concern
Really?
too. I mean, you haven't discussed.
yeah,
that.
the mayor and I walked it,
Yeah.
and we had issues with the grass coming up through the cracks and some of
The
problems.
trees, there's all that stuff. I was down there the other day, there were several people using it, so it's always positive to see that, even in excessive heat, there was a lot of people. Basketball courts are getting a tremendous amount of use.
Yeah.
And we know soccer's gonna get a tremendous amount of use with all the, over 100, there was 180 kids last year, so I don't know what the total number's gonna be this year. But, okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Solicitors report.
Not have a report.
Okay, thank you. Engineers report.
We'll rely mostly on our caucus report, which we submitted in writing. Just want to follow up with Mr. Farrell's indication that bids came in too high for the ADA access corridor. It was only 2 bids were received. Unfortunately, it exceeded the funding that was allocated to it.
I'm going to take the microphone and explain in just a little more detail of what happened.
So we solicited bids for ADA access corridor, which was a new vestibule, new parking lot, also a corridor that would, in essence, attach the lower level and upper levels of the municipal building and also put in the elevator core. That was phases 1 and 2 of a multi-phase project. Unfortunately, it exceeded our budgets available, the funding available for it. We recommended in writing to reject all bids. In evaluation of the bids, I thought they were high. So it's more prudent to look at it again in the future, maybe under a different bidding time in the year. We have coordinated with the administrator and engineering committee to now advance phases 1 and 3, which is the vestibule, and then the clerk's office renovations, which is the securing the front windows of the clerk's office and securing actually the administrative clerk's office for the back half of the administration. So we're working that out, and hopefully we'll have that out to bid within the next 30 days. So it still would coincide with the completion of the parking lot towards the end of the year.
Right.
So,
Sounds
and
good.
then we believe there's going to be money still available under that budget. We'll put that towards future cycle. And also we're going to be coordinating with the administrator. As we discussed before, we have the ability to, I don't want to say bank, but utilize multi-years of community development block grant towards the ADA and the elevator. We need to find that mechanism that's allowable by our accounting standards, that we can actually put that so we can
Anticipate that future revenue
anticipate that
to
fund,
pay
to
the.
certify that fund, so we may be able to put this out, meaning the rest of the ADA quarter sooner than later. So if we can secure that and actually be able to bank that or somehow put it in some sort of.
Be upon ordinance with the policy.
Well, look, we've done that before. We did that with Washington
Yeah.
Avenue, and we used community block grant money.
Right, so we're hoping we can actually go out, get ready, maybe have a winter bid on that corridor, as long as the administrator and the engineer committee agree. So we'll hopefully have some bids within the next, I would say 70 days for the vestibule and the Phase 3 clerk's office renovations.
Okay, great. Any questions? Good? Okay. Old business, we have none. Public comment on agenda items. This is always an opportunity for those in the audience to make any comment on anything we're getting ready to vote on. This portion of the meeting is open to the public. Anyone wishing to speak on the upcoming votes, please come to the microphone. Seeing no one, is there a motion to close the public portion?
I make a motion.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Mr. Lobenstein, second by Ms. Passio. All in favor?
Aye.
Public portion is closed. New business. Resolution 1699 is a resolution disallowing a senior and vet deduction on property where the owners passed away prior to 2016. This is the $250 veteran and $250 senior deduction. Those residents no longer. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
Motion by Mr. Ranieri, second by Mr. Lobenstein. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Passio?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri?
Yes.
Five ayes.
All right, this resolution is adopted. Resolution 16-100 is a resolution authorizing the purchase of a public works vehicle from Winter Ford under state contract A88215. This is for a pickup truck or a dump truck for $55,620. Is there a motion?
I make a motion.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Mrs. Lobenstein, second by Ms. Passio. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Passio?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri?
Yes.
Five ayes, one
Right, that resolution is adopted. It was a 2016 Ford F-450 cab and chassis. Sorry about that. Resolution 16-101 is a resolution authorizing the purchase of a public works vehicle from Pierce Equipment under the New Jersey PA contract 02-2014-AMI. This is for the new jet vacuum sewer cleaner. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Mr. Ranieri, second by Ms. Kelly. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Passio?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
And Mr. Ranieri?
Yes.
Five ayes, one absent.
This resolution is adopted. As you can see, we're investing in our Public Works Department. Resolution 16-102 is a resolution authorizing approval of a clothing bin. This is a clothing bin at Beaverbrook Motors, is that correct? Is there a motion?
I make a motion.
Second, please.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Lobenstein, second by Mr. Ranieri. Any further discussion? This was approved by our ordinance. Mr. Knight went out there, made sure that it met all the standards. The money is on behalf of the PBA 277. So benefits, Policemen's Benefit Association. It passed our criteria.
Not theirs.
Not theirs, I'm sorry. But it met all the standards, the location and the funding for it. Roll call, please.
Mr. Farrell? Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri?
Yes.
Mrs. Passio?
And yes.
This resolution is adopted. Resolution 16-103 is a resolution authorizing disposal of borough property which is no longer needed. This is for the...
Trading.
Yeah, I'll clarify this to everyone in the audience. This is, the chief of police is very, I think the chief can explain this much better than I.
Real simple. Belmar Police Department is retiring a 2009 Ford Crown Victoria, just over 100,000 miles. Runs very well. They have no further use to it. They were short of ammo, 223 ammo, rifle ammo, which is, it's hard to get. So we are trading their ammo for the vehicle, and the vehicle will be assigned to Keith Knight in the construction office. Valued about $1,200.
$1,207.
Conditioning and good tires.
Heat, air conditioning.
I said it has heat, air conditioning, and good tires.
They're gonna love it.
A little sidebar. If, this is just a joke for everyone's benefit. If they were to sell that on Gov Deals, the money goes to the treasurer's office, so they get something they want if they do bargain.
They do it this way. Well, it's good for both departments.
Which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's okay.
What hand
Who instigated that? Do you know that there was a car available?
Chief Walsh, he put it out throughout the whole state. I saw him, and I spoke to Mr. Wright, idea, Mr. Ray agreed,
Great idea.
and he got approved.
Very good, very good, okay. So resolution 16-103, is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Mr. Ranieri, second by Ms. Passio. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Farrell? Yes. Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Pasco?
Yes.
And Mr. Ranieri?
Yes.
Okay, this resolution is adopted. Resolution 16-104 is a resolution rejecting the bids for municipal building ADA improvements. As Mr. Bach clarified, is there a motion to?
Make a motion.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Motion by Mr. Farrell, second by Mr. Lobenstein. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Passio?
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri?
Yes.
All right, this resolution is adopted. Resolution 16-105 is a resolution authorizing property liens. These are the maintenance liens for cutting the grass. Is there a total on here? Maybe $10,000? 15?
15,155.
15,155.
3,405 for the grass cutting, 9,750 for the administrative fees to go along with the program.
Okay.
15,155.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Ranieri,
Second.
second by Mr. Lobenstein. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Passio?
Yes.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
And Mr. Ranieri?
Yes.
All right, this resolution is adopted. We have first reading on ordinance 16-108, or excuse me, 16-08. This is an ordinance amending the land use ordinance in the Borough of Runnemede regarding home businesses within a residential zone district. To clarify, back in, what year was this originally adopted? 2000. This ordinance was adopted a year or so ago. Between the solicitor and the code enforcement official, there were some deficiencies in the ordinances that have been reviewed. The idea is to clarify the borough, of course, allows home-based businesses, but there is a threshold that we have to set because obviously we have a commercial zone, we have industrial zone, and things like that. So to distinguish in more clarity between the residential zone, what is allowed in the residential zone, and what is allowed in a commercial zone, this ordinance was adopted. It wasn't perfected, and we're hoping that this will help perfect it so that it can be enforced and that it will benefit all in the community. So, someone would like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt on first reading and advertise according to law with a public hearing to be held on the 6th day of September 2016.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Okay, motion by Ms. Kelly, second by Ms. Passio. Any further discussion? Do you have the summary of this at all? That was advertised, or you didn't advertise it yet? Is there- You don't have, we haven't advertised it? Okay. Do you have a copy of the summary that Len created?
There isn't a summary for this. This is not the one that we did. this-
Oh, that was the,
That was the flood,
okay.
the 13 days.
I just wanted to highlight what the few changes were.
Well, it's about parking.
Yes, it's more,
Trailers, I think.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, I have a question.
Sure.
How many cars at a house would be,
Well, that was part of the clarification, was distinguishing between car, automobile, vehicle. So there was a lack, trailer, truck, it was a little bit of, it wasn't distinguished well enough before, so they had to do, what's that? There was ambiguity in the language, so I think that they are,
Look at this.
no, I see that, but who, I didn't look at it totally, but who's the one that,
Two, I think.
excuse me?
Two vehicles?
it's two vehicles. Now, vehicles would mean if someone has two pickup trucks, if someone has a pickup truck and a trailer, if someone has an enclosed trailer, if someone has a piece of equipment. You know, the idea was to allow somebody to run their business, but then once it hit the threshold of, they're allowed to have an employee, they are allowed to have an employee come to the site and things like that. But if once it got greater than, say, 2 people or 3 people at the most, then it would trigger that they would have to go to a commercial property, because it would just, you know, be too much for that property. Now, once again, though.
It's an inconvenience for the neighbors.
It can be, absolutely. But of course, this ordinance, like any of our land use ordinances, is subject to joint planning and zoning board. So if there is a property in town that could justify why they could have more vehicles. Is that most of us in this room know Davis Road is a road very big, so that's more conducive to someone maybe having a couple more vehicles. They're way off the road. But even they would have to come in front of the planning board, the joint planning zoning board, and get relief from this ordinance with a reason why they needed that relief, and that it would be a benefit to the community, not a detriment to the community. Those kind of standards which are set forth in that board. So, is there any other clarification? Okay. And once again, if this isn't good enough, we can always look at it again. That's the beauty of what we do here. So we have a motion by Ms. Kelly, second by Ms. Passio. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Farrell.
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein.
Yes.
Mrs. Passio.
Yes.
And Mr. Ranieri.
Yes.
All ayes, one absent.
Sorry, this will be,
And we have one more that Rich gave us.
which one is that?
This is the Safe and Secure. We actually adopted this, how long ago, a couple months ago? But apparently they changed the format that they want used to submit. This is the money we get for one of our police officers.
Two of
So
them.
they have asked us, they sent us a new form to re-adopt it in this format. And Rich thinks we should go through the process again.
Okay, this is just a resolution to adopt or to sign this
Safe
form,
and Secure.
to apply for it?
So we 106.
Yes, so this is resolution 16-106. It's a resolution to reapply for the Safe and Secure grant and send it in,
Yes. I'll make a motion.
okay?
Deadline's 15.
Motion by Mr. Ranieri, is there a second? Second by Mr. Farrell. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Passio?
Yes.
And Mr. Ranieri.
Yes.
So 5 ayes, the resolution is adopted. Ms. Kelly, since you handed me something, clarification from the administrator. At our previous meeting, we did make adjustments on some salaries, or has that not been adopted at this point?
I was not up to this point, and because, if you recall in our state, or your state meeting, when we were going over the issues with the fire code audit, how there was a title that said one thing in our code, another thing for civil service. We're working that out, and I will guarantee that it will be at the caucus on the 23rd.
Yes, it has been discussed several times, and it would be retroactive to anybody they would affect, correct?
It's much more complicated than just saying that the crossing guards and whatever are going to be X. So
Yeah.
it's actually going to have a range for each title, and because
A high-low
we've done this
range.
Since 2009, a lot of people's titles have changed. So, and I don't want to do 6 different ones. I want to do all one. So that's the reason.
So any employee affected by it will be retroactive to that, to the point where we originally discussed it and it came up. Okay. I'm sure many people will be happy when we get it done.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Payment of bills, is there a motion to pay the monthly bills?
So make a motion.
I'll second that.
Motion by Mr. Lobenstein, second by Ms. Passio. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Passio?
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri.
Yes.
All right, the bills will be paid.
Copies of that to save on paper, so you can share that.
What's that? Oh, the bill, okay. Before we get to good and welfare, I just want to say one thing again. I'd like for everybody to do their reports, but I do want to thank Ms. Passio and all those, all the members of council. They all show up at all of our functions. They're all engaged. It's always amazing, and it's been noticed even throughout other elected offices in the community and in the county, that everyone always shows up. Ms. Kelly volunteers at the table, Mr. Farrell plays in bands, Mr. Ranieri is always running around everywhere, and Mr. Lobenstein and I are usually there supportive, watching Ms. Passio do most of the work. That's what we tend to do.
And we ride home together when my wife leaves her.
But I just wanted to say that, and it's great that we have such a mix of people, because I always wonder, it's nice that we've always seemed to fill in with people who actually step up to the plate and get the things done. So I do want to make sure I say something. Okay, this portion is open to the public. This is the good and welfare portion. Anyone wishing to speak, please come to the microphone, state your name and address. You showed up, I hope you're just not here to watch us.
Val Palisano, 831 North Oakland Avenue. Again, thank you so much, Patty. Everyone enjoyed the National Night Out, and the concerts were great, the weather was terrific, couldn't ask for better.
Oh, you're lucky one.
However, when I was walking up to National Night Out, there on the corner of Elm and Smith, where the baseball fields are, if you cut across the grass, a landscaper must have put in a drainage pipe.
Okay,
There's no cover on it.
okay.
Um,
So it's an inlet in the grassy portion?
Yes.
Where the Major League Baseball field is? That
It-
left field area?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So just, the kids run by there, I know all the time, and I could see a little foot getting,
Okay.
it's not worth it. So,
Thank you.
and does anyone know how the rec program did?
Mr. Lumstein, you want to?
Yeah,
Friday, it's on Friday.
Yes, it's finishing up this Friday. I was down there a couple times to see it. Mr. Talaferro did a nice job down at Bolts. We had a total of about 65 kids participate in the program. Both days I was down there, he had little kids come to him saying they were sick. As 9-year-olds will be. And he took care of them very well. He was very fatherly with them. Seemed to do a very nice job. And the counselors were well engaged in Bolt's gym. I was watching them with the children. They were giving them direction on how to play the games, what games to do. And there was an art room, there was a computer room, and a music room. And everything seemed to go quite well. It was nice to see.
Very good.
All right.
It's always appreciated, I'm sure, by the parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing no one else, is there a motion to close the public portion?
I'll second that motion.
Second by Mr. Lumstein, second by Mrs. Spacio. All in favor? Public portion is closed. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Farrell, second by Mrs. Spacio. All in favor? Aye. Thank you.